let me raise a little.
Go on.
Something.
We're here to listen.
A lot of guys, because of society, right? I feel like guys are not allowed to show their emotions and not allowed to.
100%. I'm never showing my emotions again.
And not allowed to show the human side, which is normal. Only girls are allowed to cry or whatever.
100%. I'm not
And
doing
that makes you guys hide, a lot of and everything that you hide to yourself, everything that you keep to yourself is not good. One day you're gonna have a mental breakdown, and I feel like I got a lot of guys with unresolved issues and unresolved traumas and shit end up hurting good girls, good women. Do you know what I'm saying?
Or one day the guy will struggle to find his future missus because you've been closed your whole life.
Exactly.
And then now you have to find, your other half. So you're gonna struggle to try and adapt to it.
Exactly.
I don't know if he'll struggle, but I feel like he'll definitely end up in some toxic situations. 100%. But the thing is, I know, now
he'll struggle because it is.
Hold on, let me just make this point. I know, now, that people want men to be more open about their emotions, but the thing is, where was this energy when we were younger? Do you know what I mean? You know how you guys are show your emotions now. This energy you guys are coming about, show your emotions, wasn't about when we were 5 years old and we were crying. When the boy was crying in the park, what were you doing? So you're laughing already. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're kids then, so it's funny.
But when the girl's crying at 5 years old...
That's your nature, though.
But life... No.
Hold on, let me just say something. When you were a kid, if a girl's crying at 5 years old, it's like, oh, are you okay? But if the boy's crying, you're like, what's this little bitch?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
More time.
Here's some milk.
This is just speaking generally. Of course, there might be times when the boy's taken care of, but generally speaking, I remember a time when I cried over something, and then people were like, "Why are you crying? It's not even that deep." Or
what you cry about?
I'm not gonna go into detail. I'm not gonna go into detail because, like I said, I'm not about this showing your emotion thing, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, but
it takes a certain person I have to meet for me to be like, okay, I'm showing this person my emotion. Otherwise, more time, I'm not showing you guys anything.
But don't you think?
I'm not showing you guys.
But don't you think? Okay, what's your background?
Bangladeshi.
And we're African.
Yeah. Well, you're.
I'm African
Latino?
too, though. I'm Latina and half African, half
Latino.
Latina.
Ooh, are you?
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm half.
Nice.
No, I'm just doing it because it could be the category you're putting. But go on, I'm listening.
She's Latina.
I forgot what I was gonna say. What was I saying? Oh no, okay, sorry, I remembered. Being from the background that we're from, it's always a taboo, or it's always there's a stigma around mental health issues, a stigma around
100%.
showing your emotions and all of that. I think
100%.
that also plays a big part as well.
100%.
And plus, when in our day, we have to recognize that things have changed since from when we was however old till now. Things have changed, and I don't think it's the same as before. You know what I mean? Because now I feel like we're gonna raise our children differently from how we were raised. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I'm just thinking, 100%. Is the way we're going to raise our children as good as people are making out to be? Because
maybe
just scrolling on the timeline, just personal experiences with women, I don't know if it's gonna be better. It might be better in terms of mental health issues, but just overall raising kids, the toxic situations that some people are in, I'm just that's not exactly the best environment. Yeah, you might teach them it's okay to be emotional, but the environment is still not that good. So I feel like we still have a long way to go in terms of creating good environments for kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's never a really right way to raise your kids, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's there's no instruction manual where it's the baby's alright. How do you take care of this? Nah, bro. Yeah. You're winging it as you go along. So that's why some of the things I don't blame my parents, because they were just figuring it out. They were just winging it. You know what I mean?
They do what they feel is right in the moment, innit?
Exactly. Yeah. So chances are you're gonna do the same thing, and your kid might grow up and be like, what was William doing, bro?
Yeah. They're gonna
some of the things, you know what I mean, that he put me through as a child. Was that necessary for the guy to force me to do my homework? You know what I mean? Yeah. So
yeah, they're gonna have some things that they might resent you for. You know what I mean? I don't know what your relations are like with your parents, but I know that there's some issues that I've had that might need resolving before I even think about having kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But for me, from my understanding is that they didn't really know what they were doing. So for that reason, I forgive them for a lot of things.
Yes, yeah. I should think that way as well. Yeah. And, all of those
points.
Yeah. My English failure.
It's fine.
I think it plays a big part into how we grow and how we act in relationships. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because
100%.
also, I've never realized this, but I've only recently I've realized that my parents never been together or always fighting and stuff. Somewhere in my brain, somewhere in my subconscious, that hasn't affected.
That hasn't affected
Yeah.
me, definitely. Like the way I feel, like the way that, like, let's say if I'm in a relationship, well, I've learned not to do that now, but like the way that I would deal with conflict, I realize that's the exact same way that my parents used to deal with it. So instead of talking it out, they would either, I wouldn't shout. I'm not really a shouter, but I'll be stubborn and I just won't want to talk. Do you know what I mean? And that's something that I got from my parents. You know what I mean? But it's not a healthy way of dealing with conflict. You know what I mean? I don't know how you guys deal with your conflict.
The first step is recognizing.
For me, it's running away, yo. That's
Running
how.
away.
Yeah, that's how I always
So
deal with
the
conflict.
first sticky thing that a girl does, you just run. Just like, I'm not talking to her anymore.
Yeah, basically.
I
So,
mean,
and because you guys are talking about the childhood thing, which I had a conversation about Chris with that. It's because for me, it's like when my mom left me as a kid, obviously that affected me because she came here, that's why I was saying that, like, I have more understanding and appreciation for what she did. She came here for a better life to provide for me and bring me here. You know
Oh yeah, I remember having that conversation.
Exactly, yeah. But when she left me there, obviously there's attachment issues.
Yeah.
You can't really trust anyone after that. Even as a child, it's even in psychology books, you can learn about it. It's like there's that detachment where, because you don't trust your parents, your own mom, you can't trust any other girl now.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
That makes sense.
so now that neglect makes you think, everyone's gonna leave.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not even a conscious thing where you're like, I think she's gonna leave. No, it's happening without you even realizing it. So you make excuses to leave her, like, look what she did there. She's not that. Or look what happened to William. What happened with this girl? You can't trust these girls. The next thing,
Hey, don't
look
talk
what happened
about me.
with her. No, obviously, I'm not saying a particular situation that happened with them, but I'm just saying examples of like things that could have happened. Like if you were a guy, like, and your girl messed you up, now I'm like, look what happened to her. So it's one of those things where it's like you're finding evidence for certain things, or you're like, now I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
But the real issue is you're running away because you have commitment issues, because you don't trust people.
Are you guys in a space where you feel like you can recognize your traits which aren't going to be healthy for you if you did end up in a relationship with someone?
That was too fast.
What?
I'm foreign, you know.
You're
See
what?
that again?
It's foreign. Oh,
Break it down.
Break it down.
Are you guys in a place in your life where you feel like when it comes to relationships, you could analyze yourself in a way to see where you go wrong? You know, the accountability thing that we had the conversation about.
Yes.
I'm not like being big-headed, but I actually don't think I have anything wrong with myself. In terms of like relationships, I see everything with like an open mind. And if I'm ever in the wrong, then I can be like, yeah, I'm in the wrong. I never want like my boyfriend or someone I'm trying to be like, to take my side if I'm in the wrong. You know how girls hate it when they're in the wrong. And like say if they're out and they've done something and they want their man to back them, like, why are you not taking my side? I'm not one of those girls. So I think your answer to that is
yeah, I hear what you're saying. Do you think you can take honesty as well? Because I'm the kind of guy let's say you're dressed in a certain way and you ask me if you look nice, like I keep it honest from little things to big things, you know what I mean? So if you're like, do you think I look nice in this? I'm going to be like, nah, I don't think you do. But at the same time, it's not one of those where it's like, you shouldn't wear it. It's just that I don't think that fit is nice. Do you know what I mean? More time, I'm not really bothered what she wears as long as it's not outlandish. Do you know what I mean?
What's outlandish?
Outlandish.
Cheeks are out.
Nah, it doesn't even have to just be cheeks out. Like, obviously there's that outlandish, but just like mad, like, you know, them big boots. Like that
the thigh-high boots.
Like bigger than feelers. You know them feelers with the big platforms underneath?
Yeah.
Like them.
Why come for feelers?
Feelers are fat.
So basically you're saying
Hold on.
if they're dressed slutty, it doesn't matter to you.
No,
but
I'm
if they're dressed
I'm saying that's one
with a dead shoe game and dead clothes, that's the problem to you.
You're not listening. I'm saying
on.
that's one level of outlandish, yeah. But another level that I'm on about as well is like dressing in like, I don't know how to describe it. Like gothic. I wouldn't date a gothic woman.
Swear down. What if a girl has a gothic past? Because I have a gothic past.
Gothic past is fine. I'm talking about in and now. Like.
Do you mean like, platform, black
Platform,
boobs,
the black leathers,
like
everything, black lipstick,
smoky eye makeup,
listen,
bangs.
Yeah, like
the fishnets.
Yeah, like do what you want in it.
Yeah.
But I'm not dating a woman like that personally. You know what I mean?
Because you don't like the look. What's wrong with it?
I don't like the culture and I don't like the look. Like I claim hip hop as my culture. You know what I mean? So I like women that dress in that kind of style. That's my kind of thing. But I also like women that dress classy too. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, this is something I want to talk about like immediately. Yeah, I seen a story on the timeline. I don't know if you guys have seen it, of this woman, innit? She was 28 and her fiance was 30, and he stopped talking to her after he found out her past. He went up.
What is
Was
her
it the thing
past?
that you posted on your Snap?
Yeah, that thread.
Yeah.
Like, and then the guy found out that she's still friends with the guys that she had mad sexual past with on her Facebook and that as well. So his thing was like, rah. And then like he'd ask her questions, she'd come up with the truth finally. Like the truth always comes out at the end, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And then he was thinking, rah, like, and he just went on one and he just walked away in it, and he's not really replied to her or whatnot. I don't know where they are now, but that's just what I seen on the timelines. You know what I mean? So I feel like, do you feel like a woman's sexual past should matter to a man or not? From a female perspective.
Like, especially in that situation, what happened was very big. So to not mention that, it's like she must be ashamed of it, but still she should have brought it up anyway, because that's her husband at the end of the day, her fiance, sorry.
Yeah.
So obviously her not telling her fiance has resulted in him leaving her. So
Yeah. So do you think it's her fault then?
definitely, yeah, I think she should have told him.
What do you think, Akosua? Do you feel...
If that was me and I was a guy, and I found that out, and she still got him on Facebook,
Yeah.
I'd do the same. I would leave the girl.
Do you know the specifics about her past? Like she's had like batteries and that, like 4 man all in one room and that, doing the mad thing.
Did he
Hella,
know?
hella one night. Nah, he didn't know, but hella one night stands, fucking just beating about everywhere. Listen, I have no problem with
But
him.
how did he find out then that she was?
Basically, they were on face, obviously, because you know there's like quarantine and that, so everyone's on house party or FaceTime or something, and then they're drinking. It always comes with drinking. This is a drinking, and then she goes off in it, and then the boyfriend of the other girl on the phone starts telling him about her history. He's like, obviously he shouldn't. It should be her. It should come from her. And then he's like, rah. And then she comes back and obviously he's acting different, and then boom, boom, boom. And then like in the comments, women would be like, it's not his place to tell that guy her past, which is fair enough. But I feel like you guys always expect us to just handle your sexual past no matter what it is. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not for that. But go on. Do you think, like from your perspective, because obviously I heard hers, do you think that a man should have to or should know a woman's sexual past?
To be honest, I think in the talking stage, or when you're getting to know someone, that is something that you should know. When you're talking to a girl, you talk about everything, sex, politics, everything.
No, because the last time I approached it,
You do, but
I approached it on the kind of thing of, I don't want to know your sexual past because it's none of my business, and I know that I'm not going to take it well. But moving on from that, I've learned that I should know, because I know that if it does ever come to light, I'm going to lose it. Do you know what I mean? So,
But if the person asks, then say it. But if it's a case where you've done a madness like that, and you're still cool with the people and you're still in contact with them, you have to say it.
yeah.
Okay, but
But you know that at that risk, you're risking him saying, I'm not going to ever chat to you anymore. You do know that, right?
Yeah, but at least at the end of it, you've been an honest person.
Honest,
Yeah, I feel like that's the selfless
That's the
option.
biggest thing.
no, but
main thing.
during the talking stage, you should.
So when you're talking to someone, do you have conversations about your sexual past? You
Yeah.
you let them know everything?
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I respect that.
Well, to be honest, in a way, you kind of have to. So, like, say, for example, if something happens while you're having sex or whatever, and then they ask you about it, you're going to have to...
Or like,
Exactly.
You're going to have to talk about it.
yeah, because I know there's cases of like
Do you know what I mean?
women that have had like, obviously it's not a funny experience, but like rape cases and stuff. And then if you touch them in a certain way, they might flinch. Like I've had this conversation with someone I know, and she's like, yeah, like sometimes if she's not in the best state, like no one should touch her because she might just react in a way that's crazy. Like she'll elbow them. Do you know what I mean? Obviously because of something that's happened in the past. So I get that, but do you think like you should know about a woman's sexual past?
I feel like
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Is it something you ask them, or do you think they should just tell you?
It's better to ask
Yeah.
if you can handle it. if you can't handle it, then don't ask. Then she should do her best to keep that quiet and never reveal it.
Do you think so? Because what if it comes up at some point where just something happens and it just comes out? Like, that's out of her control. Like, that was out of her control. Like, the story we just talked about on the Twitter.
Then boom, she should just say, it happened. This is not me anymore.
I don't like that. This is not me line anymore.
But her situation it's still her because she's still in contact with them man.
I hate that line.
But if the girl's not in contact with them man anymore, that was time ago.
Yeah.
Then yeah, and the thing is, you shouldn't just take people for their words, actions, especially women.
Yeah.
Especially women.
Yeah. Especially men.
Because women always say they want this.
Especially men, bro.
Nah, women, bro.
Obviously, but I feel like especially men. Like, how could you just be targeting women like that, bro?
Nah, because
explain it and then I'll listen. Go on.
With us as men, we're more likely to follow through with whatever we say we'll do.
Okay,
but that's not true.
True. It's not true.
Let him finish.
But more likely.
True, good.
Let me finish.
Not true, but more likely.
Right,
but in terms of women, more clearly, 90% of the time, whatever they're saying is not aligned with their actions.
Can you
especially stuff like, I want a nice guy, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
90% of them will say they want a nice guy.
Okay.
I'll ask you too right now if you want a nice guy. You're going to tell me, yes, Louis, I want a nice guy. But boom, I see you with some guy he's not necessarily disrespecting you, but he's not a nice guy.
When girls say they want a nice guy, every girl's perspective of nice is different.
True, like you have to take that into consideration too.
Some girls want, like, they don't mind if the guy's like, say if he's a drug dealer, he can still be nice.
Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean?
There's different niceness. Like, I've heard, like, a girl's told me once about how she was dating this drug dealer, right?
Yeah, but more times...
hold on, let me finish. So his nice is like...
He's not a nice guy.
Let me finish.
And do you know?
Nice is subjective on that terms.
It is subjective.
Because the thing is, like, a broke guy can be nice, but he might not be able to take you out on dates or, like, take you around in fancy cars, where a drug dealer might be a nice guy in terms of he can take you around in a nice car, he can take you to nice restaurants. If you want to live from A to B, he's there for you, do you know what I mean? Because he's got the time of day. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by being nice is subjective. So I hear what you're saying on that. I hear what you're saying on that, definitely.
No, I'm not even talking on the sense of, like, materialistic stuff and all that.
But
just in terms of, like, how they talk to you and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean like disrespectful dudes?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And it's just a fact that you're more attracted to the guy who's quick to reply and say and be able to match you on your witness and all that. You know what I mean? That's quick to defend himself. He's not scared to say whatever.
Not scared to get into conflict with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like hold on. I remember watching First Dates, yeah, and there was this guy, proper nice guy, and the girl that he was talking to was proper nice as well. But even she didn't like him, and do you know what she said to him? You're just too nice. And do you know why? Because, like, anytime like she said something, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. We can go and do this. You know, being nice, innit? Because he wants to enjoy whatever she wants to enjoy as well. And her thing was like, no, like, you don't just agree with anything I say, which is fair enough. But at the same time, like, he's just trying to be nice. He might not actually end up being like that. Do you know what I mean? And this is gonna sound snide, but she wasn't even the most attractive kind of woman. Do you know what I mean? But he was still being nice.
It's always the bummiest girls that have the most to say.
So is the what?
It's always the bummiest girls that have the most to say.
Do you know what? I'm for that, because every time you hear, like,
some girl will have, like,
it'll
be shaped like a fucking fridge, and have so much to say.
Like, I hear that because they'll be like, yeah, men are this, men are that.
I want a guy that's like 6'5".
Yeah.
See what I was saying about women always having their high standard, regardless of where they are.
Yeah.
We need to do the same thing, bro.
That's what I feel.
You guys have the biggest egos, though.
Hold on. Female ego is a thing. But before we touch on that, yeah, because I want to get into that later, yeah. Like, I've actually got some points that I want to make here, yeah. Like, in terms of handling a woman's sexual posture, like, just some of the things I've seen is, like, like, to make us accept their past, like, women will be like, oh, if you don't accept a girl's past, you're immature. You know what I mean? Like, even to the extreme of if a girl's got an OnlyFans, you should accept that. Otherwise, you're being immature.
Even though she's got
that's big dick energy. That's the small. If you accept a girl that's got OnlyFans, personally, I think that's the smallest dick energy you can bring. Smallest dick. You have the smallest dick, because no guy with a big dick is just accepting a girl having an OnlyFans flexing her pum.
It's crazy.
She's making like 100K though.
But that's
and you're eating off that. You got a Mercedes.
But the thing is,
OnlyFans paid the
hold
bill.
on.
Yeah,
Let me just-
OnlyFans is giving you food.
Let me just say, yeah, that in that case, yeah, you're not there because you like them. You're like there because it's convenient. So that's big dick energy in terms
No
of
one's
finesse.
beating her. She's just showing.
How do you know? How do you know she's not beating anyone? You don't know how it is. Maybe she's getting beat. OnlyFans very.
Well, obviously, you have access to her OnlyFans. If she's been hella sick about her OnlyFans, then that's speak on you, bro.
Anyway,
She's like, you can't see this.
Let me get back.
Nah, it's mad on you.
Let me get back
bro.
to what I was saying.
She's
yeah.
definitely getting blown up,
Let me
bro.
get back. Let me get back to what I was saying. Yeah. So like I even seen a woman use religion to like try and.
What?
I've seen a woman use religion to try and make it out like men should accept a woman's sexual past. Like, I think she was like, if you meet a man that's really close to Christ, yeah, he'll just take you for whoever you are because he's just that close with God. Why are you laughing, bro?
Those are the holes.
And I feel like you guys are doing too much to make us accept your past. Like, don't do that. The thing is, yeah, real talk, yeah, there's actually men that will accept a woman's sexual past no matter what it is.
Okay.
100%. They
Can I say
exist.
something? There's a guy from I don't know if it's you know those reality shows.
Mm-hmm.
What are they called? There's one from
Like love and hip hop and stuff.
Love Island in Shuffle.
Oh, right, yeah.
British ones.
Yeah.
There's one guy that's had sex with. Is it?
Oh.
How many?
It's like
100 women.
300 or something.
Yeah.
100 women.
100 women, right? And I think on both ways, you know, accepting someone is it something that you should let me know, because if you out here sleeping with how many, I don't know what STDs you've got.
100%.
Yeah.
No, do you know what?
But
It's not even
that's a
STDs.
few women though, like you, that think like that, which is the right way to
Yeah.
think. But most, they want to find out what's so good about this guy if 100 girls
Yeah,
are beating
like,
him.
I feel like
they want to
all
beat
these
him as
girls
well.
can get you,
Yeah,
then
why?
I don't want you.
No, the thing
No,
is,
no,
some
no.
women think of it like if you can get so many girls, what is it about you that gets so many girls? Because it's not normal for a man to get that many girls, you know.
Exactly.
It's not normal.
So the girls
And
are more likely to want you more.
I know
over
guys
that.
that I know guys that get girls, and 100 girls is extreme.
Yeah.
Extreme. So to be getting 100 girls,
But like
some
say in
women
this
are gonna be like,
example,
why?
the guy's famous, innit? So
True.
he's got money.
True. But there's guys that aren't famous that have got body counts like that, and some women are still gonna be like, oh, this is sick. Like he gets loads of girls. Why?
Remember what I said about the
Just
actions
get
thing?
Some girls are just
More
so-
time,
Let me talk.
they're gonna be like, oh, that's crazy, that's sick. How has he got 100 bodies? What? That's mad. And low key, they're beating the guy. 2 months later. That's how it is.
You
That's
know
how
what,
it is. More time.
Let me just say this as well, yeah. This is not me trying to send for women, okay? Honestly, yeah, I'm all for you guys going out here and having sex with whoever you want because men do it too. All for it, fam. Do what you want. OnlyFans, go ahead, go and make your money. Do you know what I mean? Go do that. But when it comes to accepting, like when it comes to doing that, yeah, you have to be in a place to accept that there's gonna be some guys that aren't gonna accept your past. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, like I can't be with girls that have had one night stands or that have had like cause like I remember I had this conversation with you on the phone. Like
Yeah.
for me, like in my head it goes like, so all a guy had to do was give you 20 minutes to an hour max of attention, because you're not in the club for that long when you think about it. 20 minutes to an hour of attention, and that's all you had to do to say, yeah, come mine. And you were like, cool. Nah.
But like I was saying,
Not when the game's in your hands.
but like I
Not me.
said, man have different sauce levels.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are just saucy like that. They come through. They don't even spend. You know, one done it, bro. This guy, he's there in and out quick, bro. Like it's a striker, bro.
What is done it?
You want me to put him out like that?
No. It's done. He's a striker.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a
bro.
striker.
Lethal, bro. Lethal.
He's a striker. He's a striker.
Like it's one
He's a
touch
striker.
finish. You know what I mean?
He's a striker.
It's one of them
Do you know what it
ones.
is as well? If he's ever talked to a girl that I know, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
If I see that she's following him, I'm out.
Yeah, because more likely he's DM'd her already. Maybe she wasn't on him and he didn't beat, but he's actually went there already.
Yeah.
And he's working on it, so
He's been active.
you're done
there.
out here. So he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I hear that. But the thing is,
So if your game is not that on point,
yeah.
you can't be like, oh, I spent 2 days talking to her, or even worse, 3 months, like some niggas do, which I don't know why, but.
The thing is, I'm not saying that. I'm
But
saying
he's just on point like that, boom, in a day,
yeah.
and she's fired to you, but to him it's like, hey, it's another yacht.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, like I said, I'm all for girls doing that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I have a choice on whether I'm going to accept a woman that's been like that or has done that.
definitely.
You know what I mean? I
not
still have the
accepting.
choice. Obviously, there are some guys that are top strikers, and if that's what she wanted to do, that's what she wanted to do.
I have a certain threshold in it.
Okay.
A couple,
Yeah.
I'm willing to let it slide in.
Yeah.
But when it's bare, then
Yeah, I definitely have a certain number in my head where if you go past that, it's.
What's the number?
I'm not gonna disclose that. Do you have a number in your head though? Where like if
For a guy,
if a guy slept with that many guys, you're not gonna that many guys, that many girls.
It's like with any guys.
So
I just didn't even care.
if a guy's bisexual, 10.
10.
All right, fair enough. What about you? Do you have a certain number, or does it just depend on the guy?
Depends on the guy. To be
Depends
honest.
on the guy.
Depends on the guy.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't like the thought of, like say if I was seeing someone, I don't like the thought of them having a high body count.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, isn't it?
So for you, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But there's a certain number where it's gonna be like, boy, or does that not exist for you?
It exists, but I feel like sometimes people have like a bad history. So say if someone's got cheated on
See,
and then
yeah,
and then suddenly
I get that.
people deal with their emotions differently, innit? So
yeah, 100%.
not an excuse though.
Hold on, let her finish the point.
Alright, go on.
Let her finish the
I
point.
know it's
Fair
not an
enough,
excuse,
yeah.
But like, or everyone goes through a hoe phase, innit?
Don't say everyone. But yeah, go on, finish.
Most people,
Finish,
most
yeah.
people, right? So, but then when the time when you meet them, like they've completely changed, blah blah blah, or they're more mature now, they've calmed down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine. But you still don't have to accept them just because.
Yeah, you don't have to, like
the whole phase.
Like
Like
I said, no
the thing is as
excuses,
well.
yeah.
Like I've met girls where they've been cheated on or whatnot, and they've still like they're insecure or whatnot, but they've still not done the whole phase. Like they get you know how you said they get over it differently. If you're the kind of girl where all it takes is you getting cheated on or you feeling like no disrespect to anyone that has happened to you, but if that's your kind of girl, like your character's not for me. Do you know what I mean? Because all it takes is a little stress.
In the yeah.
And then
Or
your thing is fuck this. I'm out.
in it, yeah.
Yeah, let me head out.
The guy doesn't. In it, the guy. You know them ones where, like, the guy doesn't reply to it, and she's like, you know what? I'm going out to the club.
Yeah, I'm about to.
That's taking it too far.
I'm about to go get some attention now because you're not giving it me. Cool.
Say
You think it's funny? Say no more.
It's good for single guys like me because I'm waiting at the club for your girl to come through, pissed off. Obviously, I'm not that guy anymore.
Order the call.
I am like that, but instead of going to another man or doing a madness, I would just smoke or I would just drink.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
That's mad.
True.
Do you know what's mad?
It's better than
There was this girl that I talked to, yeah, and her way of dealing with it, like, she got cheated on, innit? Well, it was a situation that she got cheated on, but, you know, subjective. Anyway, and her way...
got broken up with in a situation.
Her way of dealing with it was, like, instead of, like, going out and then getting attention and sleeping with them, it would just be, like, going out and getting attention was enough for her to feel better about herself, do you know what I mean? You don't have to... I feel like you don't have to go the full way, you know what I mean?
Bro, you're playing with dudes' emotions. That's still not right.
Oh, I think it's not right. But the thing is...
Now you're in the club flexing on them and they're trying to get on you.
Let me make a point. The thing is, yeah, like, I don't think it's right that you're going to go out and for your this is what I mean about female ego, fam, but this is a conversation for another day. Mm-hmm. Like, your thing of, like, making yourself feel better is going out to reject guys. You know what I mean? So you're willing to hurt someone else's self-esteem to make yourself feel better. Toxic femininity.
Yeah.
Shocking.
But then again,
toxic femininity.
But then again,
hurt him.
this is what I was saying, that we as men need to actually up our game as well.
I think our standards
because
should go
we're
higher.
allowing that to happen.
100%.
So I feel like we shouldn't let
100%.
our thing in confidence whatever be messed up just because of there was we need to maintain our standards as well.
Yeah, 100%. But the thing is, there's so many men in the world, and you like not all of them have game like that, and not all of them are gonna be able to ever have game like that. Do you know what I mean? So men's standards are never really gonna go up because more time men go for what they can get. More time.
Yeah, more time.
Whereas women get what
time.
they want. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why that's
Not
another
for me,
that's
but
for
most men.
Yeah, I know. That's for me. That's why it's an issue. Like if a girl has a certain past because like you beat who you want, so it's your choice really. It's not really my choice. It is my choice in a way. Like
It is your
obviously,
choice.
it is my choice, but in terms of like opportunity wise, the field is big. So if all those guys can get easy access to you, it's so much more different to a guy who's going out and getting access to different women. Do you know what I mean? Because even if he's the best looking, he still has to put in some effort. The top striker we're on about, he still has to put in some effort.
Oh, serious? Yeah, of course.
He still has to put in some effort.
Yeah.
You don't have to put in any effort. You can open your window now, yeah, and then see a guy and be like, you, I want you to come into
In
my
come
yard.
in and beat. The guy will be like, yeah, but then he'll go inside the yard.
Exactly. Exactly.
Why are you guys like that though? I don't get it.
Why? Because like men naturally just want to spread their genes, bro. You just want like, and especially like opportunities don't come the same way that they do for you. So if an opportunity does come, it's like, yeah. But like for you guys,
Yeah, that's true.
You get
And
opportunities
that's our problem
all the
in a
time.
way.
All the time. I've seen. Nah, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I've seen women that I wouldn't class as that attractive that have had guys fucking paying her, bro, just to send nudes.
What?
She's dead. But that's a conversation.
I'm sending this for free.
Nah, she's not sending you sending it for free.
I'm joking.
You ain't studied the game. Right now, it's good if you're a thought, you know. Tory
Yeah,
Lanez just
true.
forms his life. Yo, they're getting
Yeah, bro. They're all lining up to go on his live just to
They're getting
for their
money.
attention. So
But yeah, time's running out,
jump on
and I want to make a few points. Yeah, like sorry. Why is it that women aren't accountable for their actions more time? Like if they do something, they refuse to be like, yeah, I was wrong for this. Do you know what I mean?
That's not me, so I can't relate.
You can't relate. Or do you not have friends that are like that? Oh, I should have brought some different guests here. I'm joking.
Head out.
But a thing that I have an issue with is like, as we're talking about like having to take a woman's sexual past or whatnot. Like I've seen women complaining about dudes tuning into Tory Lanez and not dudes, women complaining about dudes tuning to Tory Lanez and Swans. Is like,
Really?
have you guys seen their lives?
Yes.
I've seen the
The
lives,
booty,
but
the milk, the oil, and all that.
yeah.
Like I've seen.
I saw that literally yesterday.
Some famous like rappers in Brazil are doing the same thing as well.
Yeah, like
Everything.
I'm seeing girls complaining about it because it's like their thing is, and I get it. It's like, is this what excites you? Do you know what I mean? Like,
and she doesn't have that.
Yeah, it's part of that, but also like
The assets.
their thing is like you're tuning in, you're tuning to this, and this is what excites you, not me. You know what I mean? Fair enough, but can we not apply that same logic to if you guys have had one night stands before or just been like beating anyhow? Is that what excites you as well? Do you know what I mean? Can we not apply the same logic? I feel like some women just apply a logic. They only apply that certain logic if it suits them. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not trying to take shots at women. This is just something that
Nah, that's different though, because that's you looking at something.
Yeah, you're
And getting
comparing
pleasure
two-
from it.
You're
Yeah.
comparing
And
two
yeah,
very
and-
different
and-
scenarios.
I am
Yeah,
compared
and
to
the other
different
situation
scenarios.
is like beating. You know what I mean?
It all goes back to like
But the point, the
confidence.
principle is still the same. Is that what excites you? Just beating random men?
Maybe it is. Maybe for some girls it is.
All right then. So is it not okay for?
That's it.
Is it not okay for seeing fucking
Not,
oil and
not that I'm
beauty?
saying it is, but if that's what they want to do, then
Yeah.
Let me.
This is why I was saying that we have to set our standard
standards.
and abide by it.
Anyway, I've like from my learning experience, I've set a standard now, and like if a woman doesn't meet those certain standards, even if it's like not the biggest of an issue, and maybe you might compromise on. Like there's some things I can compromise
Yeah.
on, but some things I'm. Why are you tapping my foot?
And the thing is, it's about
Oh,
Go on.
being flexible in a way that doesn't compromise your standards.
Yeah.
So, like for example, mine would be like, let's say. Wait, I just lost my thought. What was I saying?
I have something I need to say.
Yeah,
Go
go
on.
on, go on.
Do you know what annoys me so much about men?
Come on, I'm here for it.
Yeah, go on.
Don't like get defensive as well. Let her actually.
Nah.
If you're just trying to beat a girl, just say it. If you're not trying to, and if you want to link and chill with her, oh hang on, I'm wording it wrong. Don't tell her you want to chill with her, right? And go out just to beat, and it just doesn't make sense.
I get
to
what you
me.
mean.
Nah.
If you just want to beat, just come,
say-
just say
Oh,
it.
oh.
Some girls don't want to beat.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
get
Sun Tzu said? All warfare is deception.
We live in
And it's a
2020.
war. Therefore, deception has to be used to obtain.
Come on, bro. We're being serious over here.
I'm being serious,
I'm sick of it.
bro. I'm being
Nah,
serious.
hold on, like on a
Because
real
you
note-
lose out if you don't in some situations like that. But one thing I would agree with, if you're honest and always stay honest, and you shouldn't. That's why I was saying we need to uphold our standards. So you should be able to tell a girl that I want to beat, and if she's not on it, she can bounce. Don't change that.
See,
but some man them, because they don't maintain their standards of I want to beat. They want the pussy so bad. They're like, yeah, I want to
no,
be
like-
in it. That's all.
Yeah.
And she's like, nah, I'm not on that. Then they're like, all right, okay, I want a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then
they're
get the
trying
piss.
all these different avenues instead of sticking to one thing.
Nah,
and I feel like with girls, they would respect it more if you just stuck to, I just want to beat, you know what I mean? Because they'll come back later, even though they might not be on it.
100%. I hear what you're saying. I 100% hear what you're saying. But I see it from both sides though. But go on.
Say if you have a friend that you're chilling with, right? And then all of a sudden they're trying to... Actually, hang on, I'm saying well. Say if you've met... This person is a friend of a friend and you're getting to know them, yeah, but you just want to be friends. And all of a sudden they want to beat, and this has come from nowhere. So it's like...
It's not come from nowhere.
It's like, if you had just said it from the beginning, then I wouldn't have chilled with you like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
but sometimes things just end up happening though. Yeah.
Some guys try to some guys.
No, both sexes.
Some guys tell girls that they like them just to have sex with them. It's happened.
Yeah.
It's happened.
You're mad, you.
Right. Some guys actually try to get girls into believing that they.
The only way you could argue your point is if some guy like put up to the club, like there's a story of this guy. He was the same height as Messi and he looked like Messi.
Yeah.
So he had sex with about 23 women.
What?
In the club?
Because you're deceiving them.
Just over a period of like a few months or whatever.
What, because he was pretending to be Messi?
He was pretending to be Messi.
Wow.
Before he talks, I laugh.
Wow.
So you could say that. Even then, I'm still like, nah, the guy did his thing, innit? He finessed whatever he could.
Yeah.
These girls must be dumb.
Yeah.
No, but
what I was gonna say is, with your point that you first made is, it's up to you to notice the little things.
Yeah.
Because guys, we have this thing where we'll have female friends and we'll be trying to play it cool. Where we're like, I don't like you, everything is calm. But 9 times out of 10, let me say 8 or 7 times out of 10, let me not be too harsh. The guys that you're friends with, that you're close with, they low-key want to beat.
See.
So it's about you noticing those little signs. Because as guys, we keep it cool and we never say anything like sexual or to insinuate that we want to beat. But the one thing is, the eyes never lie. So you can always notice if a guy is that interested or
He'll
not.
be stood behind you staring at your backside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's subtle little things.
When he's
and
talking
sometimes
to you,
it's maybe in our nature that, okay, I'm your friend, but I'm liking what I see. So if a situation arises where I can beat, I'll beat.
100%.
So the guy might be just your friend and he's like, whatever, I don't care. She's just my friend, innit? But then you start looking nice. Or maybe you were looking nice when he met you, but he was like, you're my friend, innit? Like you said, things just happen.
Yeah.
And you were just being, you were nice and he was nice to you, blah, blah, blah. But then he's like, rah, she's actually nice. And things are a little dry for him right now. He's in a dry spell. And all females are fair game at that point, friends or not. That's the way things are sometimes, innit?
I feel like we just have to accept that we both have different standards as well. Like, you guys need to be aware of what your standards are. You meet someone that matches that, and then as men, we need to know what our standards are as well, and then move from there. Do you know what I mean?
Let me say one point.
Like,
and sometimes, just one last point. And sometimes it's like, I was gonna say now. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, because you're my friend. And I vibe you with that much, we're on the same wavelength. It's like, who else is better for me right now? My friend, because we are that, we've got so much connection, you know what I mean?
We've got that relationship.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, yo, if you have a fire friend and she's genuinely fire, might be like, yo, when I get my things together, I'm going to come back for it.
Remember that conversation we had though about being friends isn't enough though?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So, you don't know about this?
Yeah. You see, you're going to make a point.
Yeah, make a point.
I just want to, because I don't want anyone dragging me in the comments.
No one's gonna drag you.
I don't. And that, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. That comes from a thread that's seen on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
So
see,
like, because
the timeline has got these women thinking things that aren't real, and you guys need to sort it out. Sort it out. The timeline is not an accurate description of real life. Because personally, there's men that are saying girls are like this, girls are like that, blah blah blah. They want 6. I'm 5'6", okay, and I have not struggled at all when it comes to dating ever since I was like 18, I'd say. So I'm not trying to hear it. If you guys want a 6-foot guy, that's for you. I'm not bothered. You know what I mean?
I don't care about height as long as you're not shorter than me.
I've dated bitches.
How tall are you? Innit? That's what I'm saying. You're tall.
As long as they're not shorter than me.
Yeah, but you're like
It will be,
5'8",
but what?
9, right?
Can I?
Yeah, I'm
So you're not
five,
as-
5'8".
You're 5'8", so you're not that.
So you basically do want someone that's 6 foot.
Yeah, basically.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Do you know what it is
because
as
you're
well?
not that short. If you were like 5'4" and you said that, calm in it.
Can I just make a point as well? You're allowed to want a 6 foot guy. You're allowed that. You're allowed to want a guy that's got money, and I feel like as men we're allowed to not want a woman that's not so exclusive with punani. Just saying, you know what I mean? I think we all need to study the game, because I feel like when we have, like, you know how like we keep having these conflicts between men and women all the time, especially on Twitter. It's because we're not trying to understand each other. We're just coming from our own perspectives. Do you know what I mean?
Attacking each other.
Exactly, and it's not going to get anywhere. You're going to keep saying men are trash, and then you're going to try and have relationships, and it's not going to work because your men are trash mindset. You're not going to get you anywhere. And you're going to say women are trash, and your women are trash mindset. It's not going to get you nowhere. It's just going to get you. It's actually going to get you trash women. That's what it's going to get you.
That's
you know what I mean?
that energy.
The
attraction.
Also, we need to understand what our standards are. Like, I have a female friend that won't be with a guy that's got a small dick. That's fine. No one's telling you guys to stay with a guy that's got a small dick. You don't have to.
Do you know what? A lot of girls have this assumption of like, oh, the guy has to have a big dick, but certain girls will know that even guys with big dicks don't even know how to use it.
Yeah,
That's a conversation. That's a conversation for another day.
It's not about the magic.
That's a conversation.
It's like a girl can have a big batty but not know how to move it. Do you know what I mean?
Facts. I won't lie, facts.
Yeah,
A girl can have
that's
big
true. That's
batty,
true.
but
Yeah.
But this conversation,
And that comes with experience, because I know
this conversation.
I've considered myself having a big piece, but there were times where I didn't like.
You don't throw it down.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, yo, I'm big in it. I don't need to do stuff.
That's a 10 seconds.
Yeah. No, not in terms of lasting. No.
Oh, in terms of
like
laying it down.
Your stroke game and all that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, that's conversation.
No, I'll last forever, bro.
That's a conversation for another day. Yeah. That's a conversation for another day.
Let me say something. Okay.
How's that fun?
Nah, make your final points.
Okay. Good. I agree with.
So it's.
I don't let me make a final point.
Go on.
Sex. Okay, sex is
Please don't take long on this one.
an important.
It's an important aspect. 100%.
It is. It is something that but it's something that, it's an important aspect of the relationship. So, it is something that you need to take into consideration. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it is something that if it's missing, it will affect you. It will affect you. It will affect you.
But
and it's all over. What can I say now? It's like they overestimate how big people's pieces are. So it's sometimes it's like, yo, like dudes' dicks are not that big, bro. Like there's no normal dudes walking around with a 12-inch piece, bro.
There probably is someone.
Who could take that anyways?
Like Congolese dudes or something, but not like not like regular dudes.
Nah, bro. Pack it in.
Okay.
Fahima, make your final points if you got one. Give us some advice. I feel like you're a woman who thinks differently to most women, and I respect it still.
You do. Thank you. I mean, I'm like that too.
It took away your clout, but yeah, Fahima, make your final point.
Advice to women, I'd say they just need to start being more open-minded. They need to start being like me. Like a lot of women need to start being open-minded, because this is what's causing so much conflict, so much, should I say, people being in toxic relationships because they're not willing to communicate with an open mind. A lot of women lack that because of their ego as well.
Female ego. We're gonna have that conversation another day.
Their ego, and they don't want to be seen as they're in the wrong kind of thing. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and we're all bound to be wrong, be in the wrong at some point in our life. So yeah.
I love that. I'll just leave it on this. Study the game, okay? Study the game. That's one thing I got from you. Study the game, learn about each other, and then it's going to make your relationship so much better. Understand what you expect, do you know what I mean, in a relationship. You might have to go through a few to understand that. And then just learn and then apply that into the future. But it's been a dynamic podcast. Thank you guys for coming.
We're going to have part two.
That'll be a part two. I want you guys to just say your socials. Akosua.
AKOSUA, my Instagram, AKOSUA.A.RJ, I
I think. You don't know your own socials?
Fahima, I beg you to put the socials rapid.
My Instagram's _ it's Femi. Femi.
Louis staying the ghost as usual.
Yeah, it's Louis. I'll be back on Insta like 2022 or 2021. We'll see in it. So
yeah, I'll leave the socials in the description anyway. That's been the Dynamix podcast.